The hotel is so open. So my brother walked past. You know, remind you, we didn't know this was a crime scene till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
After they declared she was dead, when I started asking, can I see my baby body, and they first denied me, and I asked her for the sergeant name, the police name, and the detective name, and the sergeant name.
Yeah.
When I asked the sergeant for his badge number, then he said, I got to talk to the morgue. I said, can I see how my baby laying down there? You know, how she feel, how she died.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me see my baby from just say 1:30 a.m. in the morning of today.
Yeah.
Until about what? It was about what time? About for like 4 hours after that.
Yeah.
Then that's when they pronounced her dead.
Okay. And how are they
Wait,
saying?
no, they told me she was. I'm sorry. They told us she
They
was
knew
dead at
before
1
then.
something, but they didn't let me see her body until 4 hours later. They did let me see. They refused my mother, my sisters, her uncles. They refused my family to see her. They said only you and your daughter can see it, and you can't take pictures because this is a crime scene.
And this is still in the deep freeze.
This in the deep freezer, but they had at this time they had let the morgue take her, move her, defrost the freezer.
Right.
Her hair had soaking water up on there.
Yeah.
She was defrosted in the freezer. They defrost the whole freezer.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it gave it 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
But I asked her, can I see my daughter?
Yeah.
Why I can't see how she died? Why I can't see? Because I know in the deep freezer, I know at my job, you had to pull open. Now remind you can't even hold your balance.
Yeah.
Walking.
Right. All
So
right.
now you got to struggle, and at my job with our coolers,
Yeah.
you got to have some strength to yank these doors open.
Yeah.
Now remind you, they said she couldn't barely hold herself up, yet alone pull open the door.
Right.
And they said the police department said freak accidents like that do happen.
So they're saying
and they said they didn't see her.
And
it's a camera sitting right in front of the cooler. They didn't see how she got in there.
So are they
didn't
trying
even
to
see
tell
her
you
yank
that
herself.
they're trying to tell
I said
you
this the detectives that was out there.
Okay.
And then him. He was the one that was out there when they first discovered. They study coming in there. We sitting in the lobby. We wasn't even allowed to, when they discovered the body, we wasn't even allowed to stand in the hotel lobby. They put us out. We had to stand outside and look. And we had to look on the 11th floor. We just looking, just hoping and praying that we could get some kind of help. Because the people looking at us like, they looking at us.
Yeah.
Looking like, what they doing out here?
What are you doing? Right.
And we was forbidden to come back in the hotel room. So we studied trying, begging for help. The police department couldn't even help us. After they found my baby dead, they couldn't even help us. The bastards! Oh. They couldn't even help us.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. This right here is a very sad video, and I had a lot of requests to do the video, but the reason why I haven't done the video before today is because I was trying to wait and hope that more information regarding this case would come out, but to no regards, no further information was divulged, and so I had to pretty much go with what my gut tell me and what also I hear the mom say, and also certain reports. But I was hoping to dive in a little bit deeper into this situation where you have a 19-year-old Chicago young lady who was basically found dead in a freezer. Now, how did she get into the freezer? That remains to be seen. But one thing for sure, it's definitely foul play. So I'm going to read this snippet, and as we go along, I will give my input. It says a 19-year-old West Side woman was found dead inside a walk-in freezer at a Rosemont hotel Sunday morning, about a day after she had gone missing from a party she attended with friends, police and her family said. Kenneka Jenkins was discovered after an hours-long search and was pronounced dead at 12:48 a.m. Sunday, according to the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. Jenkins' mother, Teresa Martin, said police told her Jenkins apparently let herself into the freezer while inebriated and died inside. Now, how in the hell did they come to that conclusion? I do not know, because you have to understand one thing. And I used to work at Burger King when I was real young. Matter of fact, when I was 18, I worked there for like 8 months. And anybody that work at these places knows how strong and heavy these freezer doors are. Is you really have to jack on it. You're damn near, if you got carpal tunnel, you're gonna trigger your carpal tunnel. I'm telling you right now, because those those doors are very heavy to pull open. So how can a drunk person pull over when I'm a pretty big guy and I have to lean back? If you notice sometimes when you're in these restaurants, look behind the counter if you can see the freezer, and if you happen to walk in at the right time and you see someone yanking the door, watch how they have to brace themselves and pull back on it because the doors are super heavy. So how can a skinny young lady do that that's drunk, very drunk, could barely walk? Out of the hell if I know. But anyway, let's continue. It said an autopsy was performed Sunday, but it wasn't immediately clear whether foul play was suspected, according to Becky Schleicherman, something like that, spokeswoman for the medical examiner's office. How in the hell foul play is not, how can you rule foul play out when it's clear that this woman was basically probably most likely raped or her organs taken, if they go that far to check it, because it's the reason why the police did not want the mom and the rest of the family, but especially the mom, to see her daughter in a natural condition, quote unquote natural condition, which means the way she actually died and the way she was actually found. See, if you take the body, you move the body any kind of way, that takes away credibility and evidence also. That's just like if somebody hit you in the middle of the road and you driving your car, then they tell you to pull over on the side of the road. How you going to ever get to what really happened if the evidence has been tampered with? Let's continue. It says the cause and the manner of the teen's death remain undetermined. Speaking to reporters outside the hotel Sunday morning, Martin said she was having trouble understanding what happened, which I don't blame the mama. I'm horrified, she said. It's something that no one could ever imagine. It's unbelievable. According to Martin police, Jenkins left her house in the 2100 block of West Barron Boulevard around 11:30 p.m. Friday to attend a party with friends in a hotel room at the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hara Hotel and Conference Center in Rosemont. Gary Mack, a spokesman for the village of Rosemont, said Jenkins' sister last spoke to her around 1:30 a.m. Saturday. Now, this is what I have to have a question about too. Most of the time when females go out, and you females can join in and let me know in the comment section if some of you all do, if some of you all don't. One thing that I noticed, and guys notice this also, especially if you used to frequent establishments and clubs a lot, is that when females go out, 9 times out of 10, if they came together, whether it's to a club or a party, 9 times out of 10 they would leave together. Now, how do these females get split up in the process? I don't know. Maybe it was more going on than what's being told. That's what I really think. Because unless they meet somebody they want to hook up with, which means go home with, lay up with, that's what it means. They're going to stay together unless it's something that really happened where one of them have to leave for emergency, or if it's a guy involved, and then they'll split up. But other than that, they stick together. They come together. They leave together. I mean, have we not seen this in person? I mean, I don't know who they think we are. But anyway, it says, Max said, witnesses told police they saw Jenkins at a party on the 9th floor of the hotel. 9. Okay. Martin said her daughter's friends called her about 4 a.m. 4 o'clock, right? Saturday to say that they had lost track of Jenkins in a hotel and left after they were unable to find her. The friends said they were in the car Martin had lent her daughter for the night, and they had Jenkins' cell phone. Martin said so the friends got the girl's cell phone and got the car, because that wasn't her car, that was her mama's car. So what kind of friends? Well, first of all, how did you get a cell phone? Because what female gives another female her cell phone, whether she's drunk and she's not? But if she's that drunk, you should have automatically took her home right then. So the story just don't make sense, because I feel it's some cover up going on. Either they got hooked up with the wrong guys, or it's something very more sinister, more insidious than what appears to be at surface, because I don't understand. And you females know it also, guys too. If we go somewhere, we're not going to give our cell phone to nobody. And if we do give our cell phone to somebody, there should be a red flag or alarm that says, look, this person is drunk. So why would you leave your friend alone and then y'all still party, do your thing, so they say, and then all of a sudden you can't find her no more, but you leave in her mama car with her cell phone? That don't make no sense. So you should have been called. Where did you find the cell phone? Did Jenkins give it to you? Did the girl give it to you herself before she wound up missing? That remains to be seen. But the story just don't sound right. It says Martin says she's headed to the hotel around 5 a.m. Saturday to try to find her daughter. Hotel staff told her they needed a missing persons report from the police before they could start reviewing surveillance video of the premises. Martin said she then called the Rosemont Police Department and was told to wait a few hours, filing the report to see if Jenkins turned up. Jenkins' older sister, Lenora Harris, filed a missing persons report with Rosemont police later that morning. Max said authorities notified the hotel about the missing teen around 1:15 p.m. Saturday, so they let all this time go by, and I think that's a bunch of mess for them to sit up here and say you have to be missing 48 hours, 2 days before they can file a report on you. By then, you dead and you gone. You know, by then, I mean, even if you was on the side of the road somewhere with a broken leg or something, you losing blood, by then you've been undied. So I don't understand that concept. Okay, it says the 11-hour search for Jenkins included all public areas in the 9th floor where she was last seen by witnesses, Max said. Now, you mean to tell me this damn hotels, just like a lot of hotels, but especially in Chicago, due to the violence and a lot of things that goes on, and they have cameras everywhere on each block because the violence is under Big Brother. If you don't know what Big Brother is, evidently you're not paying attention. You must still be asleep. That means you have cameras everywhere. You have cameras on the roads. You have cameras at red lights. You have cameras leading up into the hotel. You got cameras leading out the hotel, and you damn sure got cameras down there with a freezer where they keep food and stuff at. Of course you will, because what about the people that would come in and steal? You know, you have to think logically sometimes. Sometimes people fail to use common sense. So therefore, it's surveillance all the time. Okay, let's continue. It says the hotel staff management were actively canvassing the area at the time, Max said. Martin said around 3 or 4 p.m. Saturday, police viewed some of the hotel video footage, and it said they did not see Jenkins' picture. Now, unless she a ghost and unless somebody had mysteriously lied or turned the cameras off, you will see her, you know, because they're just like if you watching anything else. It's amazing how they can see everything else, but when it comes to somebody dead, oh, we can't see that. We don't have that evidence. But you have evidence of people committing armed robberies. You got evidence of people setting people up to be killed, but you don't have evidence of somebody actually being killed in this situation. That's a bunch of lies. Okay, it said Martin said around 3 or 4 p.m. Police said they viewed the footage, but they did not see her. And I think that's just a bunch of mess right there. Also, the family left and came back a third time around 6 p.m. Saturday, Martin said, at which point relatives started knocking on room doors to see if any guests knew anything, which I don't blame them. I would have been kicking in the doors and every damn thing. You just have to arrest me. The hell with that. The hotel called the police to complain about the knocking, Martin said. One of those responding officers listened to the family's plight and agreed to view the video footage again, Martin said. Around 10 p.m. Saturday, police told Jenkins relatives they had spotted her on video from about 3:20 a.m. that day. Well, that day, it would be that night if it's 3:20 a.m. Staggering, drunk near the front desk, according to Martin. Okay, so where was her friends at then? If she's staggering, she's by herself, where's her so-called fake-ass homegirls? And that's what they really is. Because if you sit up in here and you going out with somebody and she took y'all to the hotel, well, it most likely it's guys up in that party, ain't just females. When you have enough respect and enough love for your friend to make sure she's all right, you know, she drove y'all there in her mama car. Pretty much, you left her hanging. That's what it really is. They left her hanging, and she got caught up some kind of way. Because I guarantee you, if they would have stuck together, that would have never happened. So you females, when y'all go out, some of you guys too, because they getting guys too, you need to stick together. You know, that's just point blank. Because I'm telling you, it's some weird stuff out here happening these days. It also says, Martin said the family members stayed at the hotel until after 1 a.m. Sunday when police informed them they had discovered Jenkins' body in a walk-in freezer. Now, if you've been canvassing this damn hotel for hours, when somebody say, okay, she's not in the bathrooms, she's not in the rooms, let's go check the freezer or check the roof. Duh, that would have been one of my first things. So it's like, did they let enough time to go by and put her in the freezer? Or was she in the freezer the whole damn time? That remains to be seen. That's very crazy right there that they would wait all that time, then go check the freezer. Shouldn't that be one of the main things? Okay, how many restrooms you got? If I'm a police investigator, how many restrooms you got? Okay, you go there. Okay, do you have a freezer? Okay, you go search that. All right, let's go to the roof too. We go up there. You got to cover every area. I mean, this is what they do for a living. It's not like you have to brainstorm and think this type of thing up, because if I'm sitting here thinking of it off the top of my head, I know damn well they should be able to think about the same thing. That's how you know that these stories don't add up right. But they think they talking to dummies, like everybody's just gonna buy the bullshit that they tell us, and that's what it really is, because it don't make no sense for her to be in that freezer, so-called quote-unquote in the freezer allegedly, that long, and they refused to go check the freezer. That don't make sense right there. But it's amazing if they was looking for Tyrone or Ray Ray or my yellow ass, they would go straight to the freezer and find me. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what I'm saying. It also says it was not clear who located Jenkins' body. So if it's not clear who located her body, then who the hell was this person that located the body then? Did divine intervention intervene? Did God send a messenger down to say she's in the freezer? I mean, it said it was not clear who located Jenkins' body. You mean to tell me that we have a whole murder or homicide going on, and that's what the detectives do, take down evidence and everything, just like we see on another 48 hours and all this, and you don't take down who actually discovered the body, you know, and potentially try to see if they're a suspect or rule them out as one? That don't make sense. But Max said the hotel was doing some construction in the area where she was found. You see, it's always another loophole. See, when they start throwing these loopholes, then your red flags start going off, right? Then you all just start throwing them like you want to feel playing for the Saints or the 49ers or the Cowboys or the Giants or whatever. You all just start throwing the flags. If it is red or white, throw it, because it's somebody lying. It's foul play going on. It says Jenkins was turned on. Hold on, let me get this right. It said, but Max said the hotel was doing some construction in the area where she was found. Martin said she was told the freezer Jenkins was in was turned on and cold, but was not being used to store food. So why in the hell would a person have a big ass freezer turned on, but there ain't a lick of food in there? You putting people in there, evidently, right? Because that's why she would wind up in the freezer. But you trying to keep the body warm or something? I mean, not warm. You trying to keep the body cold so the body won't start rotting. It won't start decomposing. That's the only thing I can see. Sound like some organ harvesting going on to me right here, and everybody got their hands in it right there. Because what sense does it make to have a damn freezer turned on, but ain't no food in there? What was the freezer turned on in the first place for? It was turned on to put her in there or other people. We don't know how long this been going on. And I guarantee you, if the mom that went there and raised the hell that she raised, we wouldn't even be hearing this side of the story. Telling you, it's a lot of stuff going on. Y'all better be careful when you think you're going out here and gonna have a good time. And this been going on for a long time. It ain't just starting the last few years. No, they been snatching people up, and we wondering how wind up dead. We wondering why we ain't never heard from our cousins or whoever and our loved ones no more, because they got killed. It's also said, I just happen to know there's work being done on some new facilities over there. So there is some construction activity where a new restaurant is being built, and she was found in that vicinity. Now they're trying to place the body somewhere else. Now they're trying to put these loopholes in there. You got to understand psychology. I'm telling you, when people, that's just like when somebody lied to you, they'll tell another lie and tell another lie, and they'll add some stuff to it. That's to confuse you. But you got to stay focused, though, on the main thing. Who the hell discovered the body in the freezer, and why was the freezer turned on if there wasn't no freezer in there? It wasn't being used for food. That's common sense right there. Okay, it also says that this is not an area where anyone would typically be who was a guest in a hotel. So was she laid down there? No, she wasn't laid, because remember, she was drunk, so she wasn't even in her right mind. She was taken down there. They took her down there, and I believe it was more than one person, because it just don't make sense. This whole story don't make sense. It is not clear whether construction was blocked off in any way. Martin said Jenkins told her she was going to the show in Bowling Friday. Martin said she only learned about the hotel party when Jenkins' friends called to say they couldn't find her and was heading back in her car. So the daughter sat up here and lied to the mama, told the mama that she's going to a show, to the movies. That's what they call the show, to the movies in Bowling, just like typical females do. Sit up here, not all females, but these rebellious young ladies and teens. That's what it is. Even though she's 19, she's still a teen, 19. You know, so she lied to her mama, and this is why it's so crucial right here. Why you shouldn't lie to your parents, because if something happened to you, they wouldn't even know where to go. They'll go to the movies thinking you at the movies. Because why? Because you told them you was at the movies. They would go to the bowling alley, Four Seasons bowling alley or whatever, thinking that you at the bowling alley. Why? Because you told them that's where you was going. But all the whole time you're lying. You know, and I'm not trying to, as they say, shit on her because she's dead. May she rest in peace. But at the same time, a lot of this could have been prevented if she would have been honest. She would have been honest. It don't make sense. And her friends are to blame also too, because they have blood on their hands also. you know, because they waited too damn long and you should have stuck with your home girl. But this is all coming to fruition where you don't lie to your parents, you know. It says the friends told her the three were getting set to leave the party, but realized Jenkins had left her phone and car keys back in the room. Wow, really? What female do that? Jenkins stayed in the hallway while the friends say they retrieved her stuff. When they got back to the hallway, she was gone, Martin said. They told her. Now, if your homegirl's standing right outside the hallway, 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna close the door. So you mean to tell me somebody just crept up real silently and snatched her without y'all even knowing it? It don't make sense. The whole story don't make no damn sense. But Martin said she questioned the friends' account, saying their stories changed over and over. This is what the mama said. The mama is Martin. The mama said she questioned these thoughts, these hood rats, these low lives. I could say a lot more, but I'm not. She questioned these females and they kept lying. Their story kept changing over and over again. That let you know right there was a setup, because you have women out here who setting up females just like guys set up guys for drug deals and get robbed and all that. It's the same thing. I'm telling you, it's a cold game. Y'all gonna realize it ain't no such thing as friends, it's only associates. Martin also said she had a hard time believing the police account that Jenkins got into the freezer on her own, saying if her daughter was drunk, she would have had difficulty opening the heavy freezer doors. Jenkins would have realized the freezer doors weren't the doors to the elevator or a hotel entrance, her mom said. Those were double steel doors. She didn't just pop them doors open. Somebody had to do it for her. Now, we're going to end it right there because the story, it says a few more things, but I heard what I needed to hear. This is what I think actually happened, so we can go and cut it short. The daughter basically lied to the mom about where she was going, hanging with some friends who didn't mean her no damn good because they kept lying to the mama because they know they just as damn guilty for what happened to her. Now, true, they can't control this person, but at the same time, if you really someone's friend, why would you lie? Why would you need to tell a lie to the person mama? You know, and how can you be friends and have love for somebody else, but you hate their mama? See what I'm saying? I'm trying to break it down to you. So, her friends are suspects in this also, because there's no way that you can go with your home girl out somewhere and then you wind up with her cell phone and her car keys. You know, that don't make no sense. They got rid of that damn girl some kind of way. Something happened and they did what they did. Maybe they was jealous of it, because you have girls like that jealous of each other. But at the same time, who knows what really happened? I think it was foul play, and I think those girls that was with her need to be arrested also and charged with accessory after the fact. That's exactly what needs to happen, and force their ass to talk and tell what really happened from what they know. Maybe they didn't see nobody grab, but they know more than what they're saying. But let me know what you think in the comment section, because this is a long story, and common sense would tell us that this girl did not walk into no damn freezer. And you got to understand something. A freezer is not on the first down floor. They keep the freezers down in the basements below or way in the back area, cut off from regular guests. And that's in any business, any establishment. Have you ever went into a restaurant or a hotel and seen a freezer right there? No, you'll see a bathroom, or you'll see a walkway, you'll see a desk or something. You're not going to see no damn freezer right there. So some kind of way she was led to that freezer. But let me know what you all think in the comment section, because this is very sad. And you know, I feel sorry for her mama, you know, and that can be easily one of our child. But the thing is, kids, you got to understand, young adults, whatever, you can't be lying to your parents, telling them you going east and you going west, and then you wind up dead and don't nobody really know what to do. Because if her mama really knew where she was from the jump, she could have went there, and not saying she probably could have saved her life, but we wouldn't be having to go through all this discussion and turmoil and trying to uncover stuff, trying to get people to tell the truth, and then when it's clear they're lying. But let me know what you all think in the comment section. If you like, subscribe. Till next time, stay blessed, and I mean, just stay blessed. It's just sad out here. I'm out.